Hi guys, Hamster here. Got a little update on the SPR project. Just an update, it's not a completion. Obviously you can see we're still missing one component here. The Optic from Night Force still has not arrived. Hoping here in the next couple weeks to a month that will be here. But we have added a few more pieces of gear since the last time you saw it. I've added a Blue Force gear sling. I've added a Troy Industry quick detach sling mount. Comes in real handy for getting the sling off when I'm separating the upper and the lower for maintenance and cleaning. The sling mount is also, besides being quick detach, it is anti-rotational, so the sling doesn't wind up. The other piece of gear that has shown up is the Optic mount, which is from LaRue Tactical. This is one of their SPR mounts. This is the high version. They make this in a high and a low. This is in the high. I chose to go with that to give me clearance over the rear iron sights because I wanted to run backup irons. So I needed to go with the high mount, which for me will not be a problem because we're running the Magpul PRS stock, which has adjustable cheek piece here. So eye alignment with the Optic will be easy. The only thing I did notice, if you're using with the irons, obviously going to pull the mount off and you're running the irons, you are going to need to lower this down to the low setting. But super simple, you just grab the adjustment knob right here and you can quickly change it and it stays wherever you put it. It is rock solid. Real happy with that stock. We did get a chance to take it out to the range the other day and spend a little time with it. So it was a brand new rifle, so we needed to function check everything and make sure everything worked properly, and we needed to break the barrel in. So we didn't get a lot of rounds put through it in that time. We only got round count is 70 rounds right now. But it takes a little bit when I'm breaking a barrel in, because I go through a procedure where what I do is on the first 10 rounds, after each shot, I clean the barrel. So I'll shoot it, I'll clean it, I'll shoot it, I clean it. I'll do that for the first 10 rounds. After that, I'll shoot 5 at a time and then clean. And I did that until I got up to 70 rounds. And that allowed me to check everything on this weapon to make sure it was functioning properly, and I gotta say it ran like a top. The rifle length gas system just made it a pleasure to shoot. The bolt hardly got dirty at all because of the rifle length gas system. It cycled extremely smooth. Could not be happier with how it functioned. That also gave me a chance to sight in the backup irons. Once I got up to the 5-shot groups, I was able to sight the irons in. I set them up at 25 yards with the 50-200 meter zero, and then I verified it on steel at 100 yards. And I gotta say, real happy with the outcome. Everything is coming along nicely. Everything is working together extremely well. Two things I did notice. This is my first time out with a Geissele SSA-E enhanced. I'm real familiar with the SSA. I really like the Geissele triggers. The E version, the enhanced, I gotta say is exceptional. In a marksman type rifle, or designated marksman, whatever precision rifle you're gonna do, the second stage on that is a lot lighter and extremely crisp. No creep, no anticipation. The break on it every time will just surprise you. It's extremely crisp and just goes off, and extremely nice. I'm extremely happy with the SSAE trigger. I think a great choice for this setup. The other thing which I wasn't quite sure of was the muzzle brake out here, and we chose the Surefire MB556K muzzle brake, which I installed myself. Went real well. Had no issues with it. Did not come loose. Nothing at all. I gotta say, is an outstanding product. That's the first time I got a chance to use the Surefire brake, and I gotta say, recoil felt like it was cut in half. But the bigger, more important thing was muzzle movement was virtually zero. I didn't have any movement in the muzzle, and so the opportunity to take a second follow-up shot immediately was there, because I had my sights did not come off target. It did not even feel like the muzzle even moved. There's a slight, tiny backward movement of the recoil, which was greatly reduced, but muzzle movement, none. sight picture movement, like almost none. I was like right there, could instantly take I was prepared to take a shot instantly. I could take a second shot, which was just phenomenal. This is my first time using the PRI backup irons. Nothing weird there. Everything worked fine. The rear PRI is the same plane aperture, so whether I'm on large or small aperture, it does not change my zero, which I really like. And I really like the 5200 meter zero. The only thing I was a little concerned with, just because I'm not familiar with it, I'm kind of old-fashioned, and I just have never used a shrouded front sight like on the PRI here. Like I said, it's real easy to deploy, to fold. The shrouded front sight, I wasn't sure. I knew it would work, I just wasn't sure how I would like it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I found it very easy to get a sight picture. Basically, you're lining up two circles. Your sight picture, your rear aperture is a circle, and then I have the circle of the front shroud. Basically, line up to two circles and set your target on top of the post and press the trigger. It was quite easy to use. The shrouding did not bother me. I found it actually easier to get a quick sight picture with. And I noticed also when I was on the large aperture, which is usually not quite as precise, but it's faster and easier to get a target on. Due to the shrouding on the front and the way the sight picture, two circles line up, I was able to be quite accurate on the large aperture. So I'm real happy with the PRIs. The front shrouding, not a problem, real easy to work with. So the PRIs worked out fantastic. The upper, which is a all Bravo company, from the charging handle and the gunfighter charging handle, which is the medium. I'm running their bolt carrier, their bolt. This is their upper and barrel assembly. This is from their Mark 12 lineup. It just ran flawless, not a single problem. But I gotta say, the Geisley SSAE and the Surefire muzzle brake are definitely a home run, and the two of those working together, exceptional. So hopefully here in a couple weeks we'll get that. But the Optic mounts here, we got the sling mount. Like I said, we got a function check, no issues. It fed perfectly, it ejected perfectly. The fire control group worked. Everything worked fantastic. It's a very smooth action. Like I said, probably due to the rifle length gas system and that solid rear stock. The gun functioned beautifully, but I am extremely impressed with the Surefire brake, and the Geisley enhanced trigger are just a phenomenal package in a precision type weapon system. So that's where we're at right now. Hopefully we'll get the Optic in here pretty quick. We'll get that mounted, we'll get that taken out and zeroed, and then we'll put some of that Mark 262 Mod 1 ammo down range and see how far we can stretch this out and how well it works. So I'll keep you up to date on where we're at. Hopefully part 5 here coming up pretty quick. Thanks for watching.